Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I am your host, Dr. Faith, professional speaker, author, and certified life coach with Triumphant Living Enterprises. I'm so excited about tonight's interviews, which is the first in the series, Living God Inspired Dreams. I have a special guest with me in the Triumphant Living Studios, Mr. Marquel Russell, who's going to talk about his experiences of coming into and discovering his God inspired dreams and how he empowers and helps other individuals. So I'm going to bring him on right now and we're going to get started in the interview. Welcome, Mr. Marquel Russell. Thank you so much for being a guest tonight.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Faith. I'm excited to be here.
You are more than welcome. I'm just going to share a little bit about your background for our listening audience tonight. Mr. Marquel Russell, he is the CEO of Client Attraction University, a multi-million-dollar revenue generator, best-selling author, rapid business growth strategist, and coach who has earned the title of King of Client Attraction. He's going to talk to us more about how he has been crowned King of Client Attraction. He's going to share his story from tragedy to triumph along the way of how he started and experienced being a high school dropout. He's going to talk about the choices that he has made in life and how those choices has inspired him to do and to be the person that he is tonight. He's a walking billboard of the lyrics that state, started from the bottom, now we're here. He's a sharp shooting approach to lead generation that has helped coaches and consultants bring in more than $20 million in revenue and billions in ad impressions. Listen, he's helping us add millions of dollars to our annual revenue. So, Mr. Marquel Russell, I know I just read an extensive bio of you, but listen, I'm so honored to have you be the first in the series, Living Your God Inspired Dreams. You have an amazing story, and I cannot wait for you to just share pieces of your story and how did you make it to where you are today and the services and the resources that you provide. So, first, start by telling us, who is Marquel Russell?
So, first off, thank you so much again, Dr. Faith, for having me on here. I never take it lightly when I get the opportunity to share the platform with other phenomenal entrepreneurs like yourself. So, thank you so much, first and foremost, for having me and for the work that you're doing as well.
Thank you. Thank you. You are so very welcome. And I know this was a bio of many bios. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with you as well as a student of Client Attraction University as well. So thank you for being my personal coach to help me throughout the journey of network marketing. So tell us a little bit about your upbringings and kind of who you started out as, and take us through a little bit about your journey.
Absolutely. So, I'm a lifelong entrepreneur, right? Even when I didn't know it was called entrepreneurship. So, I was the guy at a young age, knocking on your door, asking, "Can I take your trash out? Can I cut your grass?" Actually got into the pharmaceutical industry at a young age and started selling drugs. I dropped out of high school in 10th grade, started selling drugs because the only people I knew around me who had money were drug dealers. So that's the path I decided to go down. Dropped out of high school, went full time in the streets. I ended up starting, fast forward, I ended up starting an entertainment company where I did artist management, club promotions, and things of that nature called Get To It Enterprises. And that actually led me to the club one night when I was introduced to network marketing, right? I was invited to an event, went to this network marketing event. I didn't know it was network marketing. I didn't even know what network marketing was.
Okay.
I just saw it as an opportunity, and they showed me this is ground floor opportunity. I can make money. I'm always enterprising, so I'm like, all right, cool. So I jumped in. That didn't go as well as I wanted to go. However, it introduced me and exposed me to so much stuff that I wasn't aware of.
Okay.
One of those things being because I didn't know how to really get people to see my presentation. And they typically told me just talk to people who came within 3 feet of me, just reach out to strangers, do home and hotel parties. And I knew it had to be a better way. So I got introduced to a better way to attract people, which end up being online marketing. So I jumped into the online marketing world. And the thing that I really got really good at was like generating leads and attracting people to me via content and things of that nature. And I ended up starting a coaching business because people wanted to pay me to teach them my process, and I didn't know coaching was a thing or coaching businesses was a thing. I didn't know any of this stuff was like a thing, right? So I did it, and it started to go well. And then people started wondering, like, how are we growing this coaching business? How are we getting clients? So I ended up parting ways with the network marketing world. The last company I was in, I became the number one recruit out of 50,000 people. I ended up parting ways and going all in with my own company, which became Client Attraction University. And now, our mission is to help 1 million expert slash client businesses add an extra $1 million to their annual revenue,
Okay.
which will be $1 trillion to the global economy. And we so far we've helped create over $100 million in revenue for our clients. And
Awesome.
the beautiful thing is, it isn't just the money, but it's like all the other stuff that happens as a result of the money, like the other families you can impact, how you can give, and
Absolutely.
upgrade your lifestyle, all that cool stuff. So that's the short version of my story.
I love it. I love it. And listen, that's what we need in order to live our God inspired dreams. We need the revenue, we need the resources. And so happy to hear how your skill set growing up, a go getter, you were an entrepreneur helping from yard to yard and starting your own mini businesses. And I must say, that's definitely how I got my start as well. But you mentioned during that time you had experienced just some obstacles and some things, but you were still inspired. You were inspired to leave your situation, and you aspired to have something greater happen. Can you kind of recall during that inspiration that had a ripple effect in you then getting into network marketing and the things? What was that? Because I think that is what we want to hone in on as a child. What was that inspiration, that spark? What did you want to do and become that has led you to this point? Do you recall that dream? What was that spark? You said you saw what they were doing, even though it was not being done the right way.
Yeah, so basically, so for me, when I was young, my biggest goal, I just wanted to be rich, right? That was my biggest goal. I didn't know how I was going to be rich. As a typical young man where I'm from, you want to grow up and go to the NBA,
Right.
or you want to grow up and you want to go to the NFL or something like that. But obviously, that was like further down the line before I could make that happen.
Right. Right. Definitely.
So at that moment, the only method I knew to make that happen was selling drugs.
Okay.
So, but my biggest goal was to grow up. I wanted to be a millionaire. Um, Nobody around me were millionaires. Nobody I knew was millionaires. My surroundings and environment didn't tell me that was even possible. The ideal job for people where I'm from,
Yes.
they want to grow up and get a job working for the city. And
Right.
working for the city is like, paving the streets and riding on the dumpsters, picking the trash and everything. There's nothing wrong with any of that profession. But I was
Absolutely.
like, that's not for me. I want to make millions and millions and millions. So that was my inspiration at a young age, very young age. I didn't really know how I was gonna do it,
Yes.
but that's what I wanted to make happen.
And there you go. You help in the point that I want to make with this series, Living God Inspired Dreams. It start with that seed being planted, that one word, you want to be rich, right? You saw a
Mhm.
lot of people rich, not the right way, but that desire, that passion to leave from where you were, you knew that you had to work in order to do that. So seeing you go from home to home and helping out and evolving, even though you came across lots of different obstacles that landed you in different places, it's good to know that a God inspired dream, it starts with that seed being sown. And another profound thing you said, which is so very important to understand, you didn't know how it was going to be done. So
Right.
in the end, that is the perfect opportunity to accredit the Most High for giving you, inspiring you with that, to have that dream, because you know it could not be Marquel Russell himself who produces it. You've never seen it before, and that's the visionary portion of living your God-inspired dreams. It does not always have to be what you've seen role modeled, what you've seen an example of. You don't have the blueprints of your God inspired dreams when I would say it's breathed into your spirit. But the beautiful
Mhm.
thing about it, it sets you up to continue to trust God, to guide you to the right people, to the right organization. And like you said, the network marketing, which opened the door for you, even though you experienced great success in that, you knew it was time to move on. So I'm
Right.
just taking what you just shared in your intro, and I'm just really unpacking it to make those points to anyone anyone who's listening tonight, it does start with that God breathed inspiration, that seed that's sown that helps you recognize there's something greater than where I am right now. There's
Yeah.
an aspiration that I have that I've never seen modeled before. I don't have the blueprint before. It's not a part of my generation, but I know that if I continue on and just live life, that God will unveil those things. So you have said a mouthful in just your intro. So thank you so much for just
Absolutely.
your experiences that you have survived to get to where you are now. You also shared that as well, and how you work with clients to help them. So talk to us just specifically about your client attraction university. You left the network marketing arena where you were a high achiever, the highest in your game there. Now you've launched into your own organization, your own university. And university, it is indeed of a wealth of information, resources. You work with top performers in their industry on your team to help your clientele. So, talk to us about your client attraction university, the services that you provide, and how the setup is. So, if we have someone listening tonight who wants to pursue and learn more or even join, so they'll know exactly what they're getting into.
Yeah, so basically, Client Attraction University is designed as like a one-stop shop
Okay.
for expert businesses, client-based businesses, businesses who rely on clients. So whether you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're a speaker, you're a service-based business, your business thrives off of clients, right?
Okay.
And we basically show you how to put the systems in place to attract clients to you, without you having to go out and hustle 24/7 looking for clients, relying on word of mouth and referrals and things of that nature. But we make sure you have a systemized approach
Yes.
to actually get out in front of an unlimited amount of people and then take them through an automated process. So they're sold on you throughout that process. So now when they come to a call with you or somebody on your team, they're already pre-sold, pre-positioned, and already predisposed to actually buying from you. And we help automate that whole process. That's essentially what the whole system is about.
That's wonderful. Listen, I have been in this business for 14 years, and many people don't know that I do not enjoy the sales aspect of it. I believe that if anyone wants my books, my products, my e courses, my speaking services, that it's going to happen. What if that's something that they want them for themselves or for their organizations, corporations, nonprofits to experience, because those are, the arenas that I cater to. But Marquel, it doesn't always happen like that. And for anyone who's listening tonight, you may be in that position where you're gifted, you're talented, you've been doing this in your industry for years and you have results. We're talking tonight of how to take what you've been doing to the next level with greater exposure. And as Marquel just mentioned, he has the team, you have the resources to set people up and position them in front of true, tested and tried individual who want to partner with them, who want to pursue their products and their resources. So not that you've just taken the work out of the individual, because we still have to work, we still have to put it together, we still have to present ourselves, we still have to know who we are, and bring all of that to the forefront. But you help position us in front of the individuals and greater exposure for them to pursue us in the resources and services that we offer. And we need that, we all need that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Most
Yep.
definitely. So, do you have, Marquel, a success story of someone who you have helped out and you have seen them evolve and grow beyond measure?
Yeah, so I got a few that I could share. And it's pretty, I mean, we could be on here a whole couple hours just with this. So I give you a few. So one, I'm gonna give you one that really is hard for a lot of people to believe. So we have one client, his name is Kristen. He's 13 years old. When we started working together, he was actually 12. And he was like, "Hey, Mr. Markwell," he was like, "Look, my goal is to be at six figures by the time I turn 13." And he actually did it. Not only did he do it, he actually exceeded it, the six-figure mark, and now he's having six-figure months. He's 13 years old, so that's one example. So we like to tell people like our system is so simple, a 12-year-old can do it.
Yes.
and that's an example. So that's one example. Another example is actually my trainer. So when I first started working with him, I didn't know it, but he was struggling to make $2,500 a month,
Okay.
and he was literally about to go back to just get a job. He was about to throw in a towel on his. He had his gym in the basement. I mean his garage. He was about to throw in a towel and go back and get a job.
Okay.
So we came in. We made some adjustments in his business. And he actually now he has three revenue streams within his fitness coaching business,
Awesome.
and all of them do about $30,000 to $40,000 a month. So that's one example. Another client, she was in a similar space.
Okay.
She was in the copywriting world, and she was basically like on the board. She had been a copywriter. She had built up a brand, but her business wasn't going the way she wanted to go. So she actually was about to throw in the towel as well. She actually said she was already looking on Indeed, looking for job positions and all that. And she came on board within about 45 days or so. She made $20,000 in revenue.
Awesome.
And now she's about to scale that up. And another young lady named Nicole, I'm actually interviewing Nicole
Okay.
for our live stream for our group. She actually in the real estate world, she does really well as a real estate agent and investor. But she came on board because she wanted to turn her expertise into a real estate coaching business.
Awesome.
So we helped her do that. Helped her create the office, $5,000. She launched the ads. And she was really busy, but she got time to do it. She launched the ads, and within 6 weeks, she landed 17,000. I mean, no, she landed 17 $5,000 clients. That's about $85,000 in revenue in about 6 weeks.
Absolutely.
And the cool thing, we was chatting, and she was like, "You know what it would have normally took for me to make $85,000 like in the real estate space? I'd have to get up, I'd have to leave my house, I'd have to go meet people and all that.
Yes.
But she was able to make this from her home
Awesome.
without really getting dressed or anything like that. So those are just a few different stories right off the top of my head.
I love it. I love it. Listen, hats off to you. The last time, in preparation for your show, you're telling me now that you guys have excelled the 20 million in revenue to now
Yeah.
100 million in revenue for your clients.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because it grows fast, and a lot of our clients don't even report their numbers, right? They kind of just come in and blow it up. We will never hear from them no more. So it's tough to track, but yeah. So we'll say conservatively speaking.
Oh, wow. Listen, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to your staff, to your team. And let me tell you, I'm so excited about just the opportunity to work for you, with you. So get ready for another success story. Hello.
Absolutely.
You help
Absolutely.
us cut down the time and the effort that we would put into booking the venue, getting the resources, getting the audience, and getting that attraction. You help us minimize that by 50% or less. So thank you so much for that. As well, and the work that you're doing. So Marquel, what inspires you every day? You're living your God-inspired dream. What started as your desire to be rich, your desire to be different and go and grow beyond what you were exposed to, has led you to work with hundreds of thousands of clients, be the number one in your game, and then also yield profitable results in the form of millions, hundreds of millions so far, and is going to be even greater with time. So what motivates you to do what it is that you're doing every single day?
I would say I think what we do is like it's more of a calling, right? Because I didn't this was not part of my life's plan, so it had to just be a calling, right? So yeah, so this wasn't a plan of mine. I mean, if you'd have told me I'd be doing this work, 10 or 15 years ago, I would have laughed. I used to be terrified of public speaking and all that, so it's like this was definitely not part of my plan, right? So it's definitely a calling. I get inspired most by two things. Number one is the success stories, like how the work we're doing transforms so many lives on so many levels. And number two, setting my family up, my kids, my family for generations to have something where they can build off of. So we start creating a legacy that they can build off of, regardless if they decide they want to be entrepreneurs or whatever. They can do whatever it is that they want to do because we've taken care of the financial stuff. We've laid the solid foundation where they actually have something to build off of.
Yes, definitely. Family is everything. And then your clients' success stories. I could see how that motivates you to keep moving forward and building up your generation as well. Can you share with us, Mr. Marquel Russell, what is that one thing you constantly, in your field, in your line of work, and the things that you do, have to overcome to continue to stay on track with what you do and your impact that you're having?
I would say one of the biggest things is like just staying focused, right? Because as entrepreneurs, we all have like these creative ideas that come up, right? Oh, should I do this, or should we do this, or should we do this? But just really sticking to the plan. So I'm gonna give you an example. So I'm actually gonna do a video on this. So I don't know if you ever saw the movie Remember the Titans.
Yes, with
Uh,
Denzel Washington.
yeah. So when Denzel first met the white coaches who were there, when he was walking up, and Denzel gave him the playbook when they was about to get on the plane, right?
Yes.
I mean not the plane, but they was about to get on the bus.
Uh-huh.
And the coach, the white coach, he was like, "Well, this is a thin playbook." And he was like, yeah, he was like, "We got 6 plays. That's all we run with." He was like, "We do those 6 plays. They run like clockwork,
Right.
right?" But a lot of people think that you gotta have so many plays in the playbook. But if you got these few handful of things and just staying focused
There you go.
and not being deviated by all the shiny objects that pop out there, I would say that would be one of the biggest things. And then also for me is like I love what I do, so it's not really work.
Yes.
So it's like cutting the line from like work, all right, then being able to unplug from work to be able to be present in the other parts of my life, because it's like it's easy for me to like not turn off because I'm always thinking about marketing, I'm always thinking about business, so it's like it's a process of like separating the two because I love what I do so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. Staying focused is so very important. We have, as you said, creative ideas, and we could just be up all night thinking about the next move. But if we could just hone in on what we have right now and cultivate it, cultivate the vision, cultivate the dream, the goals, revisit that, it makes us stay on track and more productive. As a matter of fact, do you mind sharing what you refer to as your daily success routine? Can you share that with us, because you have an extensive routine that you are committed to, and obviously it's working for you. So can you give us a little insight on what that is?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, it starts with our morning success ritual, right? And I always tell people like to have a productive morning and to make this morning success ritual works, it starts the night before.
Okay.
So Jim Rohn has this quote where he says, "You never start a day until it's done on paper." Right. So one of the things I do, I already have my day planned. Typically, I have my week plan, month plan, all that good stuff. So I have my day plan, so I already know what I'm gonna do at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., all the way through. I already knew I was gonna do this interview at this specific time. It's already planned out, right?
Right.
So everything always starts the day before.
Got it.
So typically I like to be in the bed at 10, ideally 10 p.m. Ideally. I could be to bed at 10. I wake up at 4 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. Once I wake up, get up, brush my teeth, do all that good stuff. I have a prayer with my wife. We pray, or unless she's just knocked out, right? And then I'll just pray. I make sure I get my prayer going. So from there, I do. I have this thing called the morning success document.
Okay.
So I read. So before I do that, I do my journaling. So my journaling is like I write three things I'm grateful for, the things that will make today great, morning affirmation, and then just a morning reflection. So that's my journal. I do that in like 5 or 10 minutes. And then from there, I'll read my morning success document. So it has like my vision, my goals, my it's kind of like a digital vision board, my affirmations on there, all that good stuff. And then I'll do a meditation. So I got a 10-minute meditation that I do.
Yes.
Once that's done, depending on my time. So if it's one of those days when I gotta wake my kids up at a certain time, and I don't have a gym day. If I have a gym day, I gotta be at the gym at 5:30.
Okay.
So when I was 6, so I leave my house at 5:30 and then go to the gym and be at the gym at 6. And then I'll do my training, and I leave at 7. On the way to the gym, I'm listening to like an audio book. On the way when I leave the gym, I call it get better time. So I'm either listening to an audio book or some kind of training. Right now, I'm listening to the Malcolm X biography. So I was listening to that there, and back home. So I'm getting that done. And then, of course, I'm hydrating because my goal is to drink a gallon of water a day. So I'm hydrating. I got my water going and all that good stuff. And then once I get home, my day pretty much once I get because it's virtual schooling and stuff now. So I get the kids on about 7:45. Once they're on, I have my team call at 8:55, 9 o'clock. So we do a daily huddle every morning with our team. So we do that at 9, and that's when my official business day starts at 9, because now we're talking about business, we're talking about all that good stuff. And then from there, depending on the day, My daily schedule is a little bit different,
Okay.
but and it's limited now, especially with virtual schooling and all that. So I make sure whatever is on the calendar counts. But
Yes.
my actual business day begins, at 9 after I do the morning huddle.
Awesome. So you press play and you repeat, and you do this
Yeah.
throughout your lifetime, and obviously it has been working for you and your family as well. So
Mhm.
thank you for sharing that, providing that
Absolutely.
insight for us. So we are about to wrap up this interview, and I know that you and I we could talk all day, and I really do appreciate the time that you've spent so far. So if you would, Mr. Marquel, if you would just share practical steps with anyone listening tonight that's joined us, whether it's by Facebook Live or YouTube, share with that person just practical steps to getting to where you are, to just from a few steps to living their God inspired dreams, whether it's to just getting started, whether or not they're here, they may feel stuck and not sure what to do. Just give us and that person practical steps to do and to live their God inspired dreams.
Absolutely. So for me, I think the best advice I could probably give right now is success is not a secret, right? Success is not a secret. Success is a system, right? So whatever it is you want to create, it's a specific system to get there. And if you're not creating what you want, it's a systems problem, right? So for it's this book called Extreme Revenue Growth, and the author says every problem is a systems problem,
Okay.
right? And I totally agree. Even whatever it is in any area. So it's like, all right, whatever you want to create, it's a system to creating that. You want to bake a cake, it's a system to baking the cake. If you want to make salmon, it's a system to doing that. If you want to do your own show, it's a system to doing that, right? So it's a system to creating whatever it is that you want. So and you don't got to figure out the system because the system has been created. So what does this mean? So figure out what it is that you want for your life, not what social media told you should want, not what your parents told you should want, not what your pastor told you should want. Like, what is it that you want for your life? What does that look like from the business standpoint or whatever, right? That's number one. Number two, let's say it's a business thing. Let's say it's a type of business. Let's say it's a revenue goal or whatever. Find somebody who's created that, because whatever you want to create, typically somebody else has done it, right? So find somebody who's done it and they have results, not only for themselves, but also they've helped other people do it as well. And then actually pay them, right? See if they connect with you and y'all are in alignment. And if so, pay them for them to guide you through the process to how they created what they created, so you can duplicate their results, right? And then just commit to the process of like implementing, because it may not be as easy, and it's simple, but it may not be as easy as we want it to be. And a lot of times we got to get over ourselves, but like commit to following the process. Number one, get clear on what you want. Number two, find somebody who's created that or who teaches people how to do that. Number three, make the investment, right? Time and financially. And then number four, commit to the process and stick to the process for as long as you can. You have to actually get the outcome you want. And that's the system. Success is a system, and then that's how you do it.
Awesome. You guys have heard it tonight. Mr. Marquel Russell, King of Client Attraction, founder of Client Attraction University, just gave you 4 practical steps to living your God inspired dreams. And listen, I want to thank you so much, Mr. Marquel, for your time, for your expertise, for your journey to experiencing triumphant living, being exactly where you are tonight. I'm so excited to be connected with you, your work. Thank you for being my personal coach and the coach of hundreds of thousands of consultants and coaches like myself who's ready to take their dream, God inspired dream, that is, to the next level. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Share with us really quick in closing anyone who wants to contact you and solicit your services.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess the best way to do it, I got a free gift for everybody. So if you want more leads and you want more clients for your business, I have a free gift that shows you how to get 50 to 100 leads every single day for your business that actually convert into clients. That's our exact system. So if you go to paidadplaybook.com, that's PAID ad playbook.com. Paythatplaybook.com. It'll take you over there. You can get free access to our entire playbook, and you can get access to all the bonus videos that come with it. It's all for 100% free.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Marquel Russell. Continue to live the triumphant life. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Now that was good. That was so good. I want to thank my guest tonight, Mr. Marquel Russell, again for walking us through his journey of living out his God-inspired dreams. I want to thank you all tonight for your engaging comments, for your contributions, testimonials, just being a part of tonight's live studio audience to share in on what it takes to live your God-inspired dreams. I know that the biggest takeaway for me is when Marquel spoke to the importance of having systems in place. As you recall, he gave us 4 practical steps to living out your God-inspired dream. So if you missed it, you want to hit the rewind and you want to go back and listen to those steps, because systems are so very important. To me, systems ensure that your organization, your vision, your mission runs smoothly. It keeps a well-oiled machine going. So as coaches, as consultants, as individuals who work with clients to serve them, produce products for them, you want to make sure that you have a stellar team in place. You want to make sure that you have your intake process in place. Your communication outlets are up to speed and will allow you to connect with your target audience. So very important, that technology piece. And if you found that you are a little behind in technology with everything that's going on globally, take some time to invest in yourself. Another practical tip that Marquez left for us: the investment in your personal growth, the investment in yourself. You may have to spend and invest some money in some courses to learn about the latest technologies that are available to transform your services and your reach with clientele. Most definitely invest in Client University as well as a student, because Marquel left the information for you all. Make sure that you reach out and touch bases with him as well. And he's ready to serve, and his team, he has a stellar team as well that is ready to serve you. So in transitioning, as I wrap up, I just want to acknowledge a very important month, which is our Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I want to honor all of the queens, all of the survivors of breast cancer. We know that 1 in 8 women will be impacted by this deadly disease, and you are not without hope. If you detect this early, there is an increase of a 98% survival rate. More importantly, if you serve the Most High, we know that God is able to do all things but fail. He is a healing God. So we thank God that there is an opportunity for divine healing through him. So if you're currently faced with this situation, we are praying, and I'm praying for you, that you are healed and you're delivered as you go through the process of obtaining your healing as well. If you have a loved one who has passed on and endured the good fight as a good soldier, I pray for you as you remember that individual's legacy, and as it lives on in your heart and in the heart of others, that you may find healing in being an activist for this particular cause, and encouraging other people as well to be active and to get engaged. So women, I'm encouraging you to get those mammograms done. Men also are impacted by breast cancer. So during your checkups, guys, I'm asking that you take that time to make sure that everything is working well for you too. Now, last but not least, this empowerment continues. And next month, I will be joined with the lovely Miss Shirlette McCullough, November 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here, either on Dr. Loretta Faith Harris Facebook Live or YouTube, DRLFH TV. Miss Shirlette McCullough is going to be talking us about our mental health and well-being as we are living out our God-inspired dreams. So we want to make sure that we tune in, hit the subscribe, notification, share this broadcast. Make sure that you are prepared, because we're going to talk about what it takes, mind, body, and soul, to live out your God-inspired dreams. And Miss Shirlette is going to talk to us about her personal experiences as well, her journey to where she is now. You guys know she is blowing it up. She is doing awesome things. She's a registered marriage and family counselor. She's the owner of Centerpiece Couples couples, family, and therapy center. And she's going to be here, yes, live, right in the Empowerment Studios and sharing with us very, very important information to make sure we're mentally healthy, physically, spiritually healthy as well. And you're going to want to hear her story too. She has an amazing story about how she evolved into her God inspired dreams to live that out. So tune in next month, November 5th at 7 p.m. Tell a family, share this information, and I cannot wait to continue to talk with you all and bring some special guests to make sure that we encourage you in this final quarter of 2020. And who knows, this may continue on into 2021 because you could never stop or should never stop living your God inspired dreams. There is always hope and there is always time. We just have to seize the moment. So continue to be empowered to live the triumphant life. Until next time, God bless you.